All right, here is our keyboard layout. I'm going to show the ins and outs of it. I'm going to show how everything is laid out and tied down and organized and kept really neat. So obviously we have the keyboard itself. It's just sitting on a little X stand, and we have the audio out coming out right here, this blue and red cable, those 1/4-inch cables. There's power, there's USB, and there is the sustain pedal. Now the sustain pedal runs down the legs, everything is tied down, and then the sustain pedal is just right down there. But that just runs up the leg here and is tied down with cable ties on the full length of the leg. Same with the audio cables. The audio cables run down, everything is tied down, runs down the leg. A nice spool right there for the excess, goes back to the DI right there. Here's the power brick. There's a little bit of adhesive on there and a cable tie just to keep it from moving around. But that power cable just comes right down there to the power. Power cable's also tied down as neatly as it possibly can be, runs up the back leg back there, and comes right back out to here. So there is our power input. The USB cable just kind of runs underneath the keyboard stand and comes out right there along. Here is a little loop right there for the excess, plugs in to the USB hub right there, and of course that plugs into the computer when the computer is sitting here on the computer stand. The audio comes out of our interface right there through some short little patch cables, is tied down nice and neat to the stand right here, comes down and plugs straight into the DI. The power and XLR cables are running back here. They are tied down, and then those cables run the length of this jolt bar on the back of the stage, on the back wall. And then we can come over here to our wall panel, and we'll see nice, neat spools of XLR cables. They're all tied up, so there's no mess back here. Every single one of these cables is tied down with the excess and is plugged in on the wall. The power comes along underneath the jolt and comes back and plugs in on the other side of the wall, but it's just running back here along the wall. There's enough room to be able to walk past the back of the keyboard right here, just in case the bass player is coming out for the invitation with the keyboard player. They can both come out the curtain right here. The keyboard player sits down. The bass player can walk right behind it, and then the bass player's position is right here on the center of the stage. It's easy, it's clean, it looks good, it functions perfectly, so there is our keyboard stand set up.